like being typical Orion and just doing a live stream spontaneously with no posts, not letting anybody know. Um, I let the Discord know. I don't know who's going to be showing up for that. I let them know about 10 minutes ago. I am notorious for doing these lives super late, so I don't know who is going to show up. That's always the weird part of the lives, like waiting for it to load and have people come in. But I'm sure, as always, every single live we've had people show up. Boom. And yo, Fortress, if you're in here, go ahead and let the Discord know the live is up. Okay, we already got 4 people. Oh no, we can't go into what I just picked up. We gotta save that for tomorrow's video. Yo, what's up, guys? What's good? Yo, Roger Yang, how we doing? Daniel Andrassi, yo, brother Ryan, what's poppin'? Surf Panda, what up? Sheikh Zulu, what's up, dude? Cognac Yang, hi Ryan. Pokemon Collector, just saw your last video. I do agree with your Pokemon downturn, which is scary because I'm just also getting into Grails and getting into high-end cards, and I'm very worried that like Grails are in a different universe, but like I'm worried that that market's gonna be affected too. Yo, appreciate you, Fortress, you're a homie. Market, yo, what's good? Slasher, what's good? Benjamin Dean, what's good? Slasher, let's try and top the last Pokemon 151 live stream. Yo, that live stream was crazy. Like, that live stream started with just garbage, and then we managed to finally pull some fire at the end. But you know, this one, just try and have a discussion, and honestly, I know that my kind of like ranting videos do really well. I don't know if that translates to the lives, but I think we did a discussion live before that did really well too. But the 151 is hype. And guys, I'm trying to get more 151. I'm hoping with the UPCs getting shipped out on the 6th that I'll get my product finally. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try and get refunds for all my pre-orders, which is just crap. Roger, doing good, bro. Just working and grinding. I feel you. Cam, do you see the 151 UPC going up value short term or printing lowering the value quickly? You know, any modern set is going to take some time. Do I feel strongly about 151? Yes. Do I think that the UPC is good? Absolutely. But at the price point at 120, I'd be hard pressed to say there's going to be short-term gains there at all. Congrats on your 151 Zards. It was dope. Dude, it was dope. If you were here for that live, it was epic. I got the full art Zard and the secret rare Zard. What is flying around in here? All right. But, dude, I have some crazy stuff to show you guys tomorrow. And, like, I hate myself. A part of me hates myself because I'm like, dude, you're just preaching. You got to practice what you preach. You're just talking about being patient and waiting for the right deals. But there's someone locally that I'm going to plug in tomorrow. They have a channel. I'm going to plug them in tomorrow because they are an aspiring YouTuber and they are local. And they hooked me up with a decent bit of cards tonight, and it's a pretty big deal. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm not going to show anything tonight. There's no spoilers tonight, but I made some pretty irresponsible purchases, but these cards would have costed me more online. I would have had to pay taxes on it. It would have been too much to bite off. Whereas I got it done, and I completed one set of very valuable cards. So I'm really excited about it. And I also picked up something from a different set that is extremely hard to get right now. Extremely hard to get, and I've been trying to go after it for a while. So all this stuff I'm going to update you guys on tomorrow, and give a big shout out to the homie for helping me out with these cards. Dude, it's so crazy. But I should have waited. I should have waited, 1, to see how the market's going to pan out. I'm talking about the market changes and market swings. And 2, I just should be more patient and waiting for deals. But I had no willpower tonight. I just was like, I saw all the cards right in front of me. I'm doing really well right now. I had to grab them. So I'm going to give you guys the deets on everything tomorrow. But, okay. Stop chatting, start liking the video, help your boy out. Thank you, Sheikh Zulu. What took you so long, man? I thought you would be on an hour ago, dude. I'm sorry. So I was making some deals tonight. That's what took me so long. I want to see the new cards. You will tomorrow. Everyone has to wait. Everyone has to wait. No one gets the special treatment. Not even the OGs. Like, people are going to be texting me tonight about what cards I picked up. I'm not telling anybody. No one is going to know until the video drops tomorrow. So, now, I will say, it's nothing crazier than what I already have. So, there is that. But still pretty crazy. I was here, but I was still half asleep. Daniel, the Giratina V full art was at 330 and went all the way down to 260, and now it's 280. So it's on the way back up slowly. I think it's because of the reprints. I'm wondering. No, I'm not showing anything, guys. I'm not showing anything. I'm wondering. Derek K, where's Zard the Lizard? I can bring Zard in here in a minute, guys. Zard is actually getting huge, and since we're doing more of like a discussion, I can definitely bring the bearded dragon. I want to see in the chat who is the least bit interested in seeing how big my bearded dragon has gotten. That sounds weird. Who wants to see my bearded dragon? But yeah, Zard is doing fantastic. He's healthy. He's eating massive worms now. He's not eating the little grub anymore. But yeah, man, part of me is just like, dude, why are you making irrational purchases? Like, yes, they're for very, like, I could easily, the cards that I picked up tonight, very liquid. I could easily get my money back on these cards. But I definitely, like, really should have practiced a little more restraint. I just could not help myself. It was too good to be true. Okay. I'm trying to get... Oh, I'm sorry. Where's Zard? Andy Hill. I heard there were a bunch of legends hanging out here tonight, so I thought I'd join you. What up, Andy? How we doing? Man's teasing us. Show us. Paul Matern, what's your favorite theme deck? My favorite theme deck, and I actually lost both of them last week. And I think it's for the best, because I picked up some really cool stuff tonight, but my favorite theme deck is probably the Skyridge theme decks. The Mind Machine and the Evolutions, those two theme decks are super hard to get, and I just watched them go for the cheapest they've ever gotten on eBay last week. It was nuts. I literally saw Mind Machine go for $560, and like, that's what prompted the video today. I'm seeing some prices that make no sense, including my Crystal Lugia right here. I picked one up for $2,400. That's $2,800 card. Literally, the next one that sold went for $2,800. So I don't know if the market's just, I just got a good deal. Timing is everything, but there's some weird prices. There's some weird prices right now. Go back up here. Okay, G Windy, how we doing? Your face says it all. Roger Yang, hey bro, you got an IG or Facebook where I can follow you? Absolutely, yeah. Just follow me on Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube handle. It's just my name. Did you get the rest of the gold stars? Shh, we're not talking about it. If you see a dog picking its nose, it's probably a dog. William Riley, more investment pieces. Dang, so not first edition PSA 10 Zard. Shh. I wish. No, that would be insane, and that's gonna come eventually. That's gonna be a while away. I mean, that's a crazy pickup. Imagine if it's 600 copies of the Crown Zenith. Bidoof. Come on, give me a little more credit than that. Yo, what's up, folks? How we doing, Trow? David Morehouse, Diana, and Aspen. They're doing fantastic. Aspen just went down. I am eating an Italian dish that Diana is trying tonight. I gotta say, I'm not a huge mushroom fan, but it's fantastic. Poetry, glad to see your collecting habits evolving a little bit every month. I mean, I shouldn't have spent what I spent tonight, but things are definitely evolving. Volume is low, my friend. I don't know if I can affect that at all. Yeah, I don't. There's no reason that would be affected at all. But I'm sorry, guys, if you're experiencing any difficulty with the stream or the volume. Paul, you can always make more money. This is true. You can always, and that was part of my thinking. Like, some of these cards are just really hard to come by, and I was like, put your money where your mouth is. If you really like these cards, pick them up because they're rare. So, and you can always, make more money. So that's true. KG, time to sell theme deck and update. this streaming equipment. I know, we're gonna get there eventually. I'm very basic. I'm not the most tech savvy, but sometimes the stream quality is fantastic, sometimes not so much. Trow, interesting, 10 more likes and camera fixed. Orion, my boy, yo, what up, Mardova? Finally caught another one of your lives. Game on, finally made it to the live. What's up, guys? What's up? Volume sounds fine to me. People come in and go out of Pokemon. Right now, there is more people going out that could change at any time. You know, I want to hope that 151 can like save the hobby, but at the end of the day, like people are going to do whatever they're going to do, and this is a cyclical thing. Right now, people have their lives back. We're not in COVID anymore. There isn't a boom anymore. First time making it. Yo, what up, Trow? That's such a good say. I think I'm going to spend a quick band and some booster boxes. I mean, I will say this. I'm much happier that my pre-orders haven't really arrived, because if I get a refund on those, much better money spent tonight. I already pulled what I want out of 151. Actually, that's not true. I want the Venusaur really bad. But and we might open some 151 here. I just wanted to get to the questions. You know, definitely want to entertain you guys, but I figured we might have enough questions to do that. Andy Hill, remember you went to Collecticon and dominated day 2. That was a killer vlog. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, dude, so the guy that just sold me a bunch of these cards tonight was saying that he's always been critical of my YouTube videos, but of all the videos, the Collecticon video really knocked the ball out of the park. And so I'm really happy about that, because he was like, it showed like you did a great vlog, like you crushed it, you made deals, and also it showed that I was a part of the community and that I was serious about it. You know, you're not gonna park uptown, take a bunch of value that you could easily get robbed for on the side of the street, and then wait in line for an hour and a half. You're not gonna do that if you're not serious about the hobby. So Collecticon was a chance for me to be like, you know, put my money where my mouth was, but also I was very fortunate that it was right down the street from where I live. Like literally Collecticon was a 5-minute drive for me. It was nothing. So like Collecticon was super easy for me to go to. Much more difficult for people that were like several hours away. Like more power to them. But thank you, Andy, for reminding me of like that banger content that I did. That's the pinnacle of my channel, I think. What's the topic tonight? I mean, it's whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever we want to spur. I mean, compared to Nostalgianomics, your video audio is 4K. I appreciate that. Any more 151 openings? So I have 2 ETBs left of 151. We could open them tonight. If you guys want to see it's what you guys want. If you guys want to see openings, we'll do openings. If you guys want to talk, maybe learn a thing or two, or just ask me questions. It can be personal. It could be about Pokemon. We could do that too. If you love G.I. Joe, buy a base set booster box. Oh man, don't even get me started with like that whole drama right now. I am not a drama channel. I don't want to be a drama channel. I want to be a fun channel where people can check out. And I've allowed drama into my channel before, when I was upset about certain things I was trying to buy, or how a seller treated me in the past, but I'm really just veering away from that type of stuff at this point. Like, there's so much to talk about. Why talk about the stuff that's gonna ruffle feathers? I know it gets views, but I don't know. It's just not something I feel I need to do. Yeah, definitely staying away from any drama. We all got to suffer the come down, but the cravings always have and will return. Dude, that is for sure. If you're really about it, like, it's not going anywhere. So I'm just glad I've crossed off a bunch of cards tonight. Benjamin, we need to accept it's not always a bull market. This is true. This is very true. And I might get punished for the purchases I just made tonight. I seriously might get punished for it. I really just, I was doing so good, and then tonight happened. It just, hopefully the bar does well. If I make good money in tips, who cares? But there's just nothing is promised. I'm not promised this channel will grow. I'm not promised the bar is going to do well. I'm not promised that things are going to be sustainable and smooth, you know? So I'm starting to build up a really nice savings and be ready for emergencies when they happen. So I don't like putting myself in a situation where I feel a little bit less comfortable, because it feels too much like it felt the first year or two I was collecting. I was always uncomfortable. I was always not in the best financial position. I don't want to be there anymore. So I'm in a really good spot right now. But definitely, I feel like we are not in a bull market. I feel like we are in a downwards market, and I'm just praying to God that it doesn't affect the higher end cards, that it really just affects everything else. Because if it affects everything else, hooray, fantastic. I'll continue to buy sealed products. I'll continue to buy singles that are dirt cheap with a downtrend market. Hopefully even vintage sealed product gets dirt cheap because I really still want to collect all the sealed booster boxes. I have some really, really lofty goals, and a downwards market would help with those big time. Some cards are going to be so rare, though, that I don't think a downwards market will affect them too much. But I'm going to find out the hard way. Do you see 151 UPCs? Cam, do you see 151 UPCs exceeding 212 months? I'm going to be honest, no, I don't. In 12 months, maybe 150, maybe 160. But if they don't print them, like if there's a low allocation, absolutely, absolutely. How's your mother's health? I can't talk about that, but that's a great question. That's a great question, David. How's your mother's health? Ding, ding, ding. The trophy tonight for the best question asked on this live goes to David Demore. How's my mother's health? As you guys know, a while ago, I didn't say anything really. I haven't really talked about it. I've kind of just chugged on and continued to make content and kind of act like it doesn't exist. My mom has a failing kidney. On dialysis right now. She's plugged into a machine at our house, at my parents' house. Very difficult to deal with that, but and I can't talk about what's going on. I can't specifically say anything. But if you guys haven't noticed, I've been in a much better mood lately. I've been much happier. I've been making more content lately, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Something very good is on the horizon, and I don't want to jinx anything, but I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Seriously, you guys have given me friendship from around the world. You've given me a platform, an audience, just people to share with, and people that actually care about my life, and that's not everybody has that, and I feel like I'm getting back everything that I put into this channel, and so thank you, everybody. Now, not to too serious, but yeah, good news with my mom and her recovery. Can't go into it, can't talk about anything, not supposed to, and my mom doesn't want me to jinx anything or say anything, especially on out to the entire world, but great question, and thank you guys for all your support. Seriously, it's been a tough past year, and I just feel like I can go full force ahead now. Like I feel like everything is working out, and things are really picking up. So thank you guys. I gotta go all the way back up. I gotta catch up. But thank you, David. Seriously, Cam, do you see Scarlet and Violet base set is a good buy at $80 for booster box? All day, all day. I love Scarlet and Violet base. I don't care what anybody says. I love that as a sealed product, all day. All day. Charlob, hoping Pokemon is learning from MTG mistakes. I think they absolutely are. Someone left a comment from MTG that were like, I'm really into MTG, but like I really like what Pokemon's doing. I think everybody knows that Pokemon is doing a much better job. Of all the TCG, Pokemon is the winner, is the path of least resistance. Whether you like it or not, whether you appreciate some of the artworks or not, or whether you just grew up liking certain Pokemon that are, some of the most iconic Pokemon in the game, it's hard not to admit that it is the best market to be in as far as investing and collecting. It is the best market to be in. There is other stuff, there will be other TCGs, and maybe, it's a good time to consider that maybe the other TCGs could be really big. One Piece has a lot of love. That could, Lorcana could be a big thing. People get in now and, have the spoils of taking the risk later on, but right now Pokemon is the thing that I'm really focused on. I wish Yu-Gi-Oh had the same strategy with their printing, but Pokemon is the best way to go. It's the least risk. Oh man, I gotta, wow. Okay, G Windy, Sam's box. If you guys want me to open the heavy hitters box tonight instead of 151, we could do that. I was hoping to save that for a separate video. And also Paldea Evolved or Scarlet and Violet base set as the better play. I think they're both equal. A lot of people think Paldea Evolved is better value. Real Tech Geek, what up, my dude? How are you? Appreciate you, bro. I am doing fantastic. Chris Padilla, buying 3 Chilling Reign booster boxes in the morning. That will put me at 10 for that set. Nice. Pokemon videos. I bought 20 Van Gogh cards at 80, plus got 9 from the Pokemon Center with plushies and pin sets. What do you think about these items long term? Now, my opinion of the Van Gogh card is it's worthless right now. Other than the $20 that its base price, I think that card is worthless right now because it was a free card given out, and that's with a little bit of bias, right? I didn't get one. I'm frustrated I didn't get one, so I'm like already turned off around the card. If people are feeling how I'm feeling, they are also turned off by the card. They might actually associate the Van Gogh Pikachu with a bad experience or a bad memory, which I know, it's like, okay, you didn't get your card, you didn't get it on Pokemon Center, boo-hoo. You know, but I'm really frustrated with how they handled the whole thing. Hey, wanna say hi? Come on. Come say hi. We're popping tonight. We're just doing a discussion basically, and we're popping tonight. I do think the Van Gogh promos are going to do exceptionally well, though, down the future. You had a rough time in there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to go take a shower.
Okay.
Is the gate closed?
I think those Van Gogh promos are going to do exceptionally well down the road, okay? Long term,
The gate is closed.
no issue with that card. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's going to affect everything, I think, just bigger cards less. Yeah, like we may still see an effect with the bigger cards where they're still going down 10%. It's not 30 or 40%, but you know, it's just scary because like you can try and time things out, and then even in a down market, certain products just perform really well. Evolving Skies is a great point, and Evolving Skies isn't even worth 500, and it just doesn't care. It doesn't care. The set just does what it wants. But like you are very fortunate to have 20 Van Gogh cards. I just want to let that be that like that card is going to do well, but it, you know, who knows? Who knows? They're gonna be bringing out more of them. So it's big love for Mom, Bro, Heart, Benjamin. A down market is a buyer's market. Mo Thomas, good afternoon. What's going on? Pokemon Dentist, hey there, new to your channel and have been enjoying your content. Thank you, Pokemon Dentist. Ani Life, good evening, Orion and everyone. What's up, Ani? Surf Panda edits me when I bought a PSA 10 Moonbrown for 1,000 for it to go down to 850. Yeah, like this market in terms of those cards, like modern grails, are not gonna fare well, I don't think. And honestly, when I was at the convention, I was very happy to be liquidating my stuff. I was like, I can't believe these vendors are buying everything. There's not even a ton of people here. Like, aren't they a little bit worried about where this market's going? But I guess if you're a vendor, you know, and you're selling stuff at a premium, you're buying stuff at a 60% discount, it's like, who cares? Hit that like button, Lunatic, thank you. That's good to hear, buddy. Thank you, iFOMO. Paul, oh man, prayers for your mother. Appreciate you. Damn, Austin Reed, I'm sorry, man. I pray for her to get better and for a solution for improving her health. Appreciate you. We're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. I've said it before. I knew anything more, and I say it again now, that everything is going to work out in the end. I'm not a big, and I don't want to bring politics or religion onto this channel, but I'm not a big religious person. I'm Jewish. We're not Orthodox Jewish. But I do believe there's a reason for everything. I do believe that there's a higher power out there, and I do believe that the universe, if anything, has a purpose for everything that's happened, including our dog dying recently, getting hit by a car. I don't just chalk that up as like horrible things happen to good people. I chalk it up as we had too much going on. We already had 3 dogs. My fiance fosters dogs, so it was just meant to happen. We weren't meant to have a 3rd dog. Stuff in this world happens in weird ways. We can't explain it, but they happen for a reason. So we are always going to be optimistic about my mom's health and how she's doing. She's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. Damn, you guys are popping off. You guys are popping off in the chat. Okay. Robocop, hey bro, what are your thoughts on Pokemon products value if Pokemon, the company, decided to stop? That won't happen. The franchise is too strong, too much money wrapped up in it. Not gonna happen. That is a crazy good question to ask, though. It might be like a vague one and kind of right out of left field, but like, wow, what a great question to ask. What do you guys think if Pokemon just dropped out tomorrow and we're like, we're done, we're out? The Japanese the Japanese culture has just decided that this is just terrible, even though they really take pride in their culture, and especially in Pokemon. I just don't see it happening. And if as long as Japan is doing it English, they'll be printing it. Like, I don't even know how that would work. That's an insane question, honestly. What would happen if Pokemon just stopped tomorrow? Wow, that's actually like terrifying. But I would like to think that they will never stop. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, OmniLife. Hope your mom gets well. Thank you. Big thank you, David. You're the man. Thank you. Andy Hale, talk about your decision to move out of your theme deck collection and into singles. So I didn't move out of my theme deck collection. I still have all of my sealed theme decks, and I still have duplicates of my theme decks. I just sold all of my duplicates of sealed theme decks. So I've sold everything extra that I had that was sealed. The vendors would not buy anything that's open. So I want to make that clear. Vendors only want sealed packs and sealed decks that are mint. They don't want stuff that's damaged, crushed, scratched, torn, open. The deck could be sealed with a banger reverse card. They still don't want it. They only want it if it's like mint. So, and a lot of the stuff. The reason that I went into singles was because I knew I didn't need all those duplicate theme decks. And the fact that I found a vendor willing to cash me out and still made some profit on those theme decks that I sold, that was huge. And that was why I went into singles. I do have some external factors. There are some friends, some local people here that have influenced me a little bit into buying higher end singles. That's something that I didn't feel comfortable buying before. But it was just an easy move. You can find theme decks almost any day on the open market. They pop up quite frequently. Now, finding the rare ones, finding mint ones, that's a little bit harder. But these were all extras for me. And it's getting really harder to find the singles that I went after at that convention. The Skyridge Charizard and the Gold Star Rayquaza. Those are extremely hard to find these days in good condition. Not let alone I was able to collect those cards in person and get to look at all the flaws and get to dictate, like, is this worth it? Am I making a good play here? And also, mind you guys, I sold off a huge chunk of my singles. Some of those singles, at least a stack of them, I picked up all of them for like $200. And then I turned that into thousands of dollars. So there were some singles that I paid a little bit more than that for, but for the most part, I got some banger deals a year and a half, 2 years ago, and that traded into thousands of dollars. So, like, I don't think the value translated immediately. I think it was just that I got a better deal several years ago. I think at this day and age, if I would have bought the singles that I traded off for some of the singles that I got at the convention, it wouldn't have worked. I would have been losing money on it. So I would say only trade with vendors if you know that you have the better end of the deal. Like, straight up, if you know you've been picking up these cards for cheap locally. Okay, I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna do it. Okay, Austin Reed. I'm still so sad for my Van Gogh order being canceled. Don't. There will be more. Trow. I managed to get 7 promos and merch from Poke Center. Winners win $850 profit in one day. Potentially on that release day. The Pokemon Dentist $20 card in 6 months. Thank you. Trow. We're making clown faces. Trading card 69. Would you choose the Moonbreon PSA 10 or Hidden Fates Charizard PSA 10 if you had to choose one? Definitely the Hidden Fates Charizard. I'm a Charizard fan. I'm not as big of a fan of Umbreon as I am of Charizard. That's just a fact. I love Umbreon. Umbreon is in the top, like, 10, my favorite Pokemon, but it's got nothing on Charizard for me. Trout, oh boy, I can't hide from you. Trout, wow, big congrats to this man. Austin Reed, would be better off to not think I got it then, to have gotten it and had it taken away. Trout, Pokemon Dentist, you will never escape, my precious. Recon, I'm surprised Evolving Skies didn't get a real reprint. Kind of shocking. Very shocking. But I think Pokemon knows what they're doing, and they're doing it with 151. I genuinely believe that 151 could be huge. Shaka Zulu, are you my dentist? Fortress, I'm back. I only have 2 more days till 151 UPC gets released. I'm still waiting for 151 booster bundles re-release. Please give us the booster bundles, please. Even though I will say, guys, my best pulls were out of the ETBs. Shaka Zulu, I knew it. Dr. G, good to see you. Awesome Reed, I just got my booster bundles from PC today. Congrats on that. Far Cards, the Yu-Gi-Oh market has been down for months. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. Ghetto Gamer, what up, what up? What's good? Religion and spirituality are 2 different things. Absolutely. Cam, are you at all concerned with the price action of recent sets? Booster boxes dropping dramatically. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's easy to see that we are in a little bit of a downwards market. I'm still going to be buying sealed product. I am still going to be investing in every single sealed set that comes out. I am going to buy a case of every sealed set that comes out, and I'm not going to worry about it. We'll see what happens in the future, but I made the mistake once. I should have stuck with TCG from when I was 15 and 18, more in it and actively into Yu-Gi-Oh. I should have just continued to collect a little bit of Pokemon on the side, and I'll never get over that. But here we are. We're doing it for real this time. 50 current viewers. Yeah, I know we had 73 or 74 just to talk about a discussion and hang out. So that's pretty cool. That's new for the channel. Someone else would buy the company. This is true. Fortress, should I buy a 151 UPC or wait till it drops sub 100? Depends. If you really want the UPC, just get it. But if you're not really desperate and you don't care as much about 151, wait. Is someone looking to bulk buy their first set of sealed product, would you recommend 151 or the discounted recent sets that are around 50% of their initial MSRP? Now, I don't know what sets, I guess from 160 to 80, you could say. I would say buy the older sets. I would say buy the older sets, for sure. But I would also say 151 is a banger set to invest in. Buy it. Buy it if you can. Wizards of the Coast will begin printing again. LOL. Open up some more 151. Also, what analytic tools do you use to get historical price data? Just all you have to do is look at the PSA registry. Just look at the sold listings from PSA or check eBay. Super easy. Yeah, there's a 5-minute lag. Audio cuts as you scroll. What's awesome about Pokemon, they don't do reprints after rotation. I've been getting into Topps cards more lately. Stocks, crypto, I've been getting into Topps cards more lately. There's this Topps card called It's Not Over Yet, and it's the Ancient Mew on the front of the Topps Pokemon 2000 movie. I love that card. Right on, I'm a big fan of the Topps, although I'm not really investing heavily in them. I do have a binder just for Topps. Robocop, your War Turtle with the double WotC stamp. I am surprised an Error Collector hasn't grabbed it yet. It's such an insane card and feel you have it undervalued at the moment. I feel like I have it undervalued at the moment as well. I did get an offer, finally. Someone sent me a decent offer. I got an offer of $200 for the double stamped War Turtle promo card, the Wizards promo card, so that was pretty cool. But we're, it's just sitting for now. If the War Turtle WotC stamp error card was undervalued, it would have been purchased by now. This is true. And I still have it at $375. Maybe I just need to get it graded. That's what a couple people have told me. Just get it graded. ABA made easy. How did your wife first react when you showed her your extensive Pokemon collection? I didn't have a collection. When I met Diana, I didn't have a collection. So I got into it after I met Diana and after we pretty much, a little bit before having a kid. And then when we knew she was pregnant, that was when I honestly got heavily into it. I got super nostalgic. I started thinking about my childhood, and that's when I got really into it. And she's followed me through all the ups and downs. Like, Diana is my ride or die. Like, I'm going to take this channel to the top. I'm going to take my bar to the top, and she's going to be the woman that's with me through it all. And I am going to spoil her rotten. We are going to have an amazing life together. I'm really excited about that. She's the only woman I've ever been with, really just to accept me for everything that I am. All my failures, I was doing really well when I met Diana. I was doing very, very well for myself. And, she met me when I was killing it. but she's been with me when I've been at my lowest points. She's been with me when I've suffered with, addictions, substance addiction. She's with me when I, overspent on cards and went into credit card debt, and I still told her, like, we're gonna make this work. She's been with me and she's trusted me, and now we're doing pretty well for ourselves. And I really want to make it up to her, do something really special. We are going to a really nice wedding in Cancun for her brother, so that was one thing that I paid for recently. That was a pretty big trip, pretty costly trip, but that's not her vacation. That's just a wedding we're going to that's really extravagant. So I gotta come up with something in the works. So we're getting there. But yeah, she's my ride or die. I'm very lucky to have her. Okay. Oh man. Okay, that was a great question though. Trow, Japanese 151 will be crazy in 5 years. Fully agree with that. Japanese in general has just like really found its stride. Undervalued cards get sold fast. Error cards require a specific buyer who chooses the price they pay for error cards. Fortress, you are very educated. I love that. I love that you look up to me, but in some ways I'm like, this person sounds a little more educated than I am on the subject. So I learn from you guys just as much as you learn from me. Ghetto Gamer, I should probably cop Japanese 151, huh? Honestly, I would. The quality's gonna be much better. I'm just on the rabbit hole of English sets and completing them, so I'm just gonna stick with English for that reason. If I can afford buying Japanese in the future, I will. That way I can get a scoop on what's going to be in the set before that set comes out in English, because I'm always going to collect English, but I would like to add Japanese into that. And I bet Japanese would be a solid way to invest too. I can't do it right now. Do you see $80 as the floor for booster boxes long term, or do you think some of the less popular sets could go lower? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think there's anybody crazy enough to let those sets fall below 80 and actually sell a box and ship it out and take time to do that for 70 bucks. It just, 75 bucks. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I can't compute how someone would allow to just lose money like that. I just can't compute it. I really can't. I'm sorry guys, I'm so hungry. Nate L, Japanese 151 is more fun to open for me. I will say English has the God packs, and that is killer. Thank God we got God packs. Do you think the PSA 10 Moonbryon will stay flat, go up, or decrease next year? I think it's going to decrease, probably around 700. There's so many of them out there. How could it hold its value with 8,000 subs? Like, how could a card that's so common like that have such high value? And I have one. I love the card, but do I think it's worth 1,000? No. Do I think it's worth 900? No. Do I think it's worth 800? No. I think it's probably worth 700. And truth be told, submission cost $100, the card $500, maybe $550. I think I spent, maybe after tax, maybe $6. Really think it puts the card around 700, like true value. And you'll probably be able to find them for 700 if you wait, and if we really experience a downward market. Now, the Moonbryon was the most talked about card in Sword and Shield, so I might be wrong on that. That might not trend down. 151 is my heart. Dude, for me, big time. 151 is a huge set for me. Like, I don't care what anybody says, 151 is the set of the year. It's the set of Scarlet Violet, in my opinion. And you are blind if you think this set is not going to appreciate really well, regardless of how they print it, which so far, I'm not seeing much. And that's an allocation thing. If we're getting smaller allocations, the value is there for this product. I still want them to print lots of it, though. I want them to print this set into the ground. I want to be able to get this set for cheap. I want lots of this set. I don't care about the cards being valued right now. I'm in this for the long haul, right? So I want the set to be devalued. Get a gamer. I like 151 Japanese more than English, better quality, and I like to have a regular holo card, have a Master Ball version, which makes it go from uncommon to a rare card. This is very true. The Japanese set with the Master Balls and with that whole hype does leave a lot to be desired. RoboCop, what are your thoughts on graded booster packs, especially vintage? No. Just no. I would not buy a graded pack. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. But then again, I'm at a different level. I'm at a different, point in my collecting career where I've already sold off almost all of my sealed packs. So, I'm glad that I did because you have no idea what's in those packs. And for me, I want what's inside the pack. I don't really care about having the sealed pack as much as what's inside the pack. Now, when we want to talk about booster boxes, I absolutely would love to have sealed booster boxes, and then just the mystery of what's in there would be really cool, as well as the sealed value. But in terms of sealed packs, I think that market is going to just get crushed over the next couple of years. I think I was really smart to get out of all the sealed packs that I had and liquidate those. Because imagine if prices for sealed packs came down, we could start opening vintage again. Like, it would be sick. So we want to see a downwards market. We want to see a downwards market. That's what we want. Whether we know or not. Oh my gosh, can't keep up. Okay, we're back. Logan, Turkey, which sealed Sword and Shield set would you recommend picking up right now at current prices? Astral Radiance all day. That's the only thing that's left that you can get a decent deal on. Maybe Lost Origin. But Astral has a lot of good stuff going for it. It's got that awesome Machamp. That thing looks awesome. Especially in like a blue graded guard. That's a cool looking card. It's got a lot of stuff in Astral Radiance actually. Do you see 151 products tanking similarly to other SV sets? No, I don't. I honestly don't. I think it's its own monster. It's its own beast. Harder to get, more expensive, higher cost to open these cards. Why would it go down? Maybe we have a Crown Zenith situation 2.0. We just don't know yet. If only that War Turtle was mint. I know, right? If my Error War Turtle was mint, that would be sick. It's probably like a 7 or an 8. 151, how good is this set? Like, I just think 151 has so much to offer, especially with the fact that if you keep it a sealed product, down the road, we will tout this product as the first English product that ever had God packs. Do you guys realize how important that is? It's the first English set that's ever done that. If I'm correct, I don't think we've ever had God packs in English before. At least not on a mainstream like this. Oh gosh. Okay. Ferrari Man F1. Thoughts on Nintendo EX era PS9s? Good time to acquire. Should remain stable. Potential room for further growth. Absolutely. I love EX era EX cards. They are phenomenal looking, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is a long ride. There are so many of those EX cards to go after, and I still need to go after a lot of them. You guys, don't forget, I'm trying to complete all of my sets, right? I still have sets from 2003 to 2007 that need EX cards. I still am missing cards from those sets. So I think that would be something I would go to the next Collecticon for. I'd be looking for cards to complete and finish my EX series sets, 2003 to 2007. Those are great, and I think those are just going to keep going up. Those are hard to find in good condition. Get her a Porsche. She does want a Porsche Cayenne. That is something I would seriously consider. I just have to make it. I just have to make it first. Master Balls, more hits, easy W. This is true. Fortress, I don't know why, but I love the 151 set, both Japanese and English. Just disappointed in the English quality because my only good card came pack fresh scuffed. Really sorry to hear that, Fortress. I think they did well. The quality was a huge issue, and I did make a video on that. I'm not like impervious to seeing like the reality of what we're getting in English. And I got super lucky on my Charizard cards that both of them were crispy. Andy, I wish Pokemon would release more live action media content to drive interest. There's so much to explore with these characters. This is very true. When are we going to get an amazing movie that's like internationally known? Let's get one of those. How many 10s are there? And hopefully they make a movie that like hits all the nostalgic vibes, but also, includes the modern Pokemon that people have known to grow with and love. How many 10s are there? In terms 6 of Rev, I'm not sure what you're referring to. How many 10s are there? Not sure what you're referring to, but in terms of the cards that I picked up tonight that I'm not disclosing until I do a video on it tomorrow, none of them are 10s. They're all 9s. Nothing like extremely crazy. Did you see Dr. Applesauce video on 151 binder not fitting normal penny sleeves? I did not. I honestly have never watched a Dr. Applesauce video. Not once. I don't think I've ever seen any content that he's done. I didn't even see him at Collecticon, and I knew he was going to be there because I've seen his posts, but I just have very limited time, and so I don't spend it watching other content creators, but I'm always down for people to like send me stuff, and if I can get something out of those videos, I'll watch them. But that's kind of lame. Like, what? They made binders that don't fit penny sleeves? That's ridiculous. Okay. Surf Panda edits, your thoughts on investing in Hidden Fates ETBs. I'm not going to pay more than what they were going for. Like, I wasn't in the hobby, collecting Hidden Fates, so I'm not going to collect that stuff now and pay a premium. Like, I missed the boat on that. So while I believe Hidden Fates is a great product, I already have so I actually have a card, which in my opinion is the best card out of Hidden Fates, but I know the market does not show that. I actually sold the, oh, and here we have my War Turtle with the error double stamp. We got the double stamp error right here. Pretty crazy error, honestly. It's a wild error to see two of these stamps both together on here. It's ridiculous how they messed that up. Let's see. This is out of Hidden Fates, and I had the Espeon, which I know is doing really well right now. I did sell that at Collecticon. This is the only thing I didn't sell because I truly think that this Rayquaza, even though it was given out of the boxes, I think that this is my favorite card out of Hidden Fates, and I was really, really happy it got a 10. And in other news, I have finally pretty much broken even on my CGC submission. I sold several slabs locally. That helped me a ton. Appreciate you, anybody who came by and ended up buying some stuff locally from me. That definitely, but I don't think I would submit again unless I had a smaller group of cards that would hit a 10. This one I was confident would hit a 10, and I'm really happy it did. The reason that this card is not valued at more than what it is because it came in the Hidden Fates Rayquaza boxes. But yeah, this is the Celestial Storm Hidden Fates Shiny Ray. And like, you guys know I have my Gold Star Ray in the background over here, but like, dude, this card is phenomenal. Phenomenal. So that's the only thing that I have from Hidden Fates. And honestly, I think it would be better to just invest in the cards you like most from the sets instead of trying to buy sealed product. But if it's strictly for an investment standpoint, Hidden Fates is great. It's a loaded set. Do I think there are other things that you can invest in as special sets that are better? Yes. Crown Zenith right now is dirt cheap, and I think that it has so many pull options. We had great pull rates with Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith is amazing, and I have a good bit of Crown Zenith product, but I could definitely invest more. I think Crown Zenith is the move right now. Like, just straight up, I think Crown Zenith is the move. Okay, gotta scroll back. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Okay, here we go. Fortress, Andy Hale, have you watched Smosh? They made a live action Pokemon 12 years ago. Cam, can we hear the story of how you started? First buys, how much you made on that, what you were looking to buy early on, and how you did. The story on that is that I had no idea what I was doing. When I got into collecting again, I had no idea what I was doing, and I was just buying theme decks like an idiot. I was just buying like whatever I liked or whatever I felt like was cool. And through my failures and through overpaying for stuff, I learned what worked and what didn't work. And then I started some theme decks. But it wasn't until basically I had my first big local deal where just word of mouth, someone had a bunch of Pokemon cards. And so I started buying people I knew's collections. And I started doing videos on those. Some of them never made it to YouTube because I just wanted to get to the cards. And I had to train myself, like, you need to show everybody what's going up. But like, if you go way back into my video, I have a collection pickup that I paid $200 for, which is what I made really well on at the convention when I sold a lot of those cards. but I had stacks of holos, like Wizards of the Coast holos for $200. I spent $200 and I had so many cards. And I still have some of the first editions that I got out of that collection. Collections, local collections, if you can still find local deals, that's the best way to start in this hobby, hands down. It's better than opening modern product. It's better than buying sealed product. It beats anybody and everything if you can just find a local deal for a collection and buy that. And then not even try and flip that, just sit on it. I honestly think that had I sat on all the singles that I sold at the convention, I would be out like a bandit. But I sold them, I traded them for something else that's way easier to get my liquidity, the Crystal Charizard, which I still want to upgrade to a 9. And I actually have someone working on that right now. Someone is actually trying to find me the Charizard Crystal 9 Skyridge. And I told him, look, I'll give you my budget. I'll do $1,200 to $1,500, plus I will trade my 8 if I can get a 9, if I can upgrade to a 9. And then, like, dude, that would be insane. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. But yeah, just find deals locally. That's the best thing that you can do, straight up. You cannot beat local deals. You cannot beat good local deals. It's just harder and harder to find those collections, but they still happen. So I am going to do a separate video on the beginning of all that another day, but that's just to sum it up. Chilling Reign has the best ratio, top 20 hit value to box cost value, but Chilling Reign was known for how painful it was to open that set. But Chilling Reign is great, but that set's already moved a good bit. V-Star has a 10 ratio. Yeah, V-Star, amazing. Also Crown Zenith. Let's not forget Crown Zenith. Do you guys remember? I literally hit 2 gold cards in the same box. I think I hit like 3 back to back. Yo, Crown Zenith was really good to us. Anton, yo, we literally have one of the biggest OGs in the building right now. Anton Wilson. So Anton was actually the first person to ever do, and Derek. I don't know if Derek's still in here, but Anton and Derek collectively actually were a big push for me. We were opening some Gym Heroes packs, and I didn't want to open them because they were super expensive. I did a donation. Each of them donated like $200 plus, more than that even. And I was just blown away. And that's what really got the ball rolling for me doing lives, is because I realized like people really want to see me open up stuff. So yo, shout out to Anton. You have been a epic supporter from the get-go, and I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing fantastic. I never forget. It's just donations, you know, that's something that's just like random. That doesn't happen every day, but to open up expensive product and get compensated for it, that was huge. So hello, how we doing, Anton? Trow, Robocop, do you invest in other TCG products or collectibles? If so, what else do you collect? I did buy some Digimon original collection boxes, and I bought some Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th anniversary boxes. Digimon I loved as a kid. I still love it. I still love Digimon. I want to actually collect Dragon Ball Z too. I think the Dragon Ball Z cards are so cool. Honestly, like the inner kid in me is just like, I gotta have it. Dragon Ball Z is amazing. I would love to collect the action figures. I would love to buy the video games. I would love to buy posters, buy the cards, buy sealed product. Dragon Ball Z is sick. And I love that TCG. I just don't have the funds to get into that as well. Scroll back up. Gee, Wendy, I think we're pretty caught up at this point. I think we're getting there. Also, I love that you can almost see my full like Grail display in the background. So I was thinking this, guys, and you can let me know what you think. Is it better to have the booster boxes? It's just nostalgic, it's cool. Or should I clean some of the booster boxes out or stack them up to the side and maybe have a more display of like singles? Or is that like, that's too flexy? That's just like let me know what you guys think. I've been thinking about it. One part of me is just like, just keep the cards put away. You have a nice little display of your favorite ones. Just leave it like that. The booster box is better. It looks cooler. I don't know. I wanted to know y'all's thoughts on that. Okay, gotta catch up. Okay. I had someone local selling Silver Tempest at 120. Great buy. I would, if someone brought over a Silver Tempest booster box and they want 120 bucks, I would buy it straight up. What is the full reason why Crown Zenith hasn't appreciated? Reprinting supply, absolutely, absolutely. It was just everybody wanted Crown Zenith. It was the last set of Pokemon, really big deal. I do think that that set is gonna appreciate like to the moon, but I don't get it. I honestly don't get it, and I don't have an answer for it. I've been looking for a 1996 Japanese double colorless energy in either mint or raw condition PSA 10 to complete my 96 base set, but I can't find one on any site or conventions. What should I do? Um, just find a double colorless energy and get it graded. I mean, some stuff you're not gonna find because it's just random, and people are not selling a lot of random stuff like that. I had trouble finding first edition energies like that were graded until I realized that like no one's grading first edition energies. That's why I couldn't find them. Um, the real tech geek Pokemon Co needs to get to the writers from One Piece and make a Netflix live action. Um, Eddie, I love One Piece too. I would love to collect that TCG too, and start watching that anime just because I've watched bits of it as a kid, um, but I think I could really get into that. Eddie Aguilar just bought the Van Gogh Pikachu plush and card. I dropped 120 unfortunately. Ooh, ooh. I mean, you're gonna be fine in the long run, but 120, man, that was a big FOMO move. And honestly, if you can flip that card and get your money back out of it, or even get just break even back out of it, you know, I might consider it. I know there might be some people that disagree with me, but I think there's gonna be more of these promos. Man, I've been looking over a year. Wow. Charlob, been also liking the original Top Sun cards. Those are cool. Michael Krinsky, I'm disappointed in you. LOL. Eddie, it's a beautiful card and plush. I'm sorry. Hey, man, you know we like what we like. So at the end of the day, like if it makes you happy, who cares? You actually got a decent price on that, so I won't blame you. Better than paying a 250 I've seen. Yeah, let's not forget a lot of people that aren't even connected in the hobby just saw this card go up, hype, FOMO, whatever, and they paid top dollar. So 120 isn't the worst. That is a good point. Trading card 69, waiting for the day Pokemon makes a new set with Neo Destiny Pokemon. I think that's what's happening with 151, straight up. I think that 151 is closure for Kanto. And they're going to do a Johto. You know, they're going to do this stuff. I think this stuff is coming, so just have faith. Have faith. UWU Mart, hey for Oz. Yo, what up? What up? How we doing in Australia? Don't blame you. And yes, I'm going to get more Sealed Crown Zenith. I also think Paldea Evolved. Michael Krinsky, Hearts, Trow, invest in V-Star 151 Japan or Crown Zenith. Definitely Crown Zenith. iHawk, can you give any insight on how much you make at your bar? Yeah, definitely. About $100 a night in tips, and then I have a $1,000 a week salary. So basically puts me at 56 weeks in a year. So I make basically 56K on paper, and then I have my cash tips, which isn't on paper, and then I have my credit tips on top of that. So I think I imagine I make somewhere around 70 or 80 now, but it wasn't like that. When we started the bar was not working. It was not successful. It was run by different people. It was run by a different manager, different staff. Everyone abandoned our bar. Everybody. And I ended up running it by myself and hiring people by myself. So now we work with 4 other people. It's smooth sailing. It's not that hard to manage it. I think that just people in this industry that I work in are just super unreliable and don't want to work, and it's just the service industry. People come and they go. But for me, it's a full-time gig. It's our family bar, and I'm so proud to run it by myself now. And on top of that, business has gotten so much better since I started running it. I'm extremely personable. I'm the same way I am on camera as I am in person. When people come to the bar, I'm like, how are you? Thank you for coming in, checking out Starlight on 22nd. Like, people gravitate towards me and come to the bar to see me. And so usually when I'm working, like, we have pretty good turnout. But I do want to note that when I got into collecting, the reason I went into debt was because I was making 500 a week. I was making 500 a week tops. Even with like tips, everything, I was not making any money at the bar when we opened. The bar is doing much better now. I am also running it a certain way, and I'm working 90% of the time there. I work every day of the week except Wednesday and Sunday. So it's rough. It's rough. I don't get 2 consecutive days off, but my income has nearly doubled since last year. And so that's huge. And if that happens again this upcoming year, no matter how hard it is to work there and work late nights, it will fund my collecting. It will make it so that I can do bigger, better openings, regardless of how the YouTube is doing. I think it's really important. Like, it's hard to do really incredible things with your channel if you aren't doing well yourself. So, like, I do want to say that, like, this channel has also been able to grow, and I feel like I've been able to open more stuff because I'm also more financially well off than I was last year. Yeah, it was rough. The first year of the bar was just abysmal. It was rough. And some of the people in here have actually come and seen the bar and can actually attest that it's a pretty sweet little bar. Okay. That was a great question. I did not see that one coming. I honestly did not see that one coming. That was a great question. Shout out to iHonk. A little bit personal. Most people might not want to answer that, but time to musk up. You think buying Japanese 151 boxes at 130 is a good hold long term? Absolutely. BMC, what up, big dog? I love your video. Yo, appreciate you, BMC. Appreciate you. Feel the love. Eddie, Fusion Strike though. Fusion Strike is great. I loved Fusion Strike before it even moved. I thought like $80 a box of Fusion Strike. Why aren't people jumping all over this? Same thing with Chilling Reign. I had an opportunity from my local game shop. They were like, if you take the case, we'll give it to you for $78 a box. And I should have taken that up. I really should have. Yeah, like 151, open up more. Yeah, and we might do that. If I get to these questions in time. Doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Been a while. Dude, Anton, has the channel not grown a ton? And since you checked in, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you for being one of my early supporters. Trout, don't you think the hard pull rates are only seen as bad when it's new and modern, but makes it better for investors down the road? What's your thought process here with this? No, I don't. I think when the pull rates are awesome, like Crown Zenith and 151, even though 151 is kind of harsh, but I think with Crown Zenith, there's no reason why that set shouldn't appreciate really well. And then down the road, people will be like, oh my God, this set was known for how good of the hits they had in this set. And I think that will drive up prices. Like, dude, like, I rant and rave about these 2 particular cards. And I do have these up on eBay. But yo, seriously, look at these arts. These are my favorite cards probably from Crown. Actually, no, almost there. These are all up on eBay. But these are my favorite cards from Crown Zenith. Like, these are my favorite cards, and they're so cheap right now. And honestly, like, I didn't even pull a single legendary dog. All the Crown Zenith I opened, I did not get a single legendary dog. So, like, I don't get how these prices are where they are. It makes no sense. This set is a banger set, and I'm not just saying that. I don't even have a whole ton of it. I have maybe 15 boxes of Crown Zenith, maybe 20. But I don't consider that a crazy amount. If they were booster boxes, I'd have maybe 5-10 booster boxes. But yeah, Crown Zenith has so much more room to grow. I mean, it's insane. Okay. Oh man, you guys are making it hard to catch up. You guys are making it hard. Oh my gosh, man. I just can't even catch up, y'all. I literally can't catch up. Okay, here we are. Fortress, that's dope that you and Derek did that, Anton. Yeah, that was insane. And that was like when the channel was nothing. They donated hundreds of dollars for me to open up some vintage booster packs. And we are going to, without any donations, open up. I have 8 heavy base set unlimited packs left. We are going to open those at some point. I think when we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll probably open the first base set heavy pack. So something for you guys to look forward to, and I am so excited. I am so excited. I know I'm gonna lose my butt on these base set unlimited packs, but it's okay. I'm really excited. Still have all my Digimon cards. Yo, that's dope. Surf Pan edits. Do you think V-Star will skyrocket in the next year? Or do you think people will be able to pick it up for how it is right now? No, it's gonna move. It's going to move. You have any sealed decks for sale right now? I don't have any. I think I sold all of them at Collecticon. Ferrari Man F1, love the setup at the moment. Austin, leave it as it is. Yeah, it's just different. No one else has quite the background like this, and like even if you try and replicate it, I did this. I was the first one to have like the empty display boxes. Yo, I spent so much. Yeah, for real, I spent so much money on these damn empty boxes. These three up here were like collectively. That one was 400. This one was 300. That's 700. This one was 200. So this is 900, maybe even 300 for the Expedition box. And they're all crisp. They're all mint. Super, super clean. But $1,000 just for these empty boxes. This one was at the convention for $30,000. This one was not at the convention, but you can find it for around $50,000 to $75,000. This is another $30,000 or maybe $25,000 box. But these boxes were just so expensive, and at the time I was like, I am never going to be able to afford these boxes. But one day, when this channel grows, I will buy these boxes. Probably not to open, I'm just going to be honest. But I will buy these boxes one day. And the ultimate goal would be to fill these shelves with the sealed boxes. I mean, that would just be a testament for how far the channel came. I started with empty boxes, and they ended up all being sealed boxes. That would be cool. And then I could just like raffle or give away all the empty boxes. You know, I could do something like that. But yeah, those are the goals and dreams. Also drives my wife crazy. Drives her absolutely crazy. Oh gosh. Oh. Leave it as it is. Where are you getting them for $130? I definitely would buy a sealed one for that much. Make sure it has a shrink wrap though. And you gotta be careful with anything in the sealed market these days. You gotta be careful with that stuff. Eddie, clean it up. Austin, color order. Are we OCD in the chat? iFOMO, I like the background. It looks like an LGS store. A lot of people tend to think that I run a store. The King of Rot. Crown Zenith, sleeper set, to be honest, absolutely. I think a lot of people will agree that Crown Zenith is just ridiculously undervalued right now. But it's just too soon to say. Next year, Crown Zenith should be on the move. Or maybe the end of this year when a full year has passed. Hell no, I love the background. Thank you, Paul. Robocop. The OG Digimon movie was so freaking cool. I miss watching it on the VHS television. I've been investing in sealed VHS tapes at Pokemon Movies in the studio. That is cool. That is really cool. Someone actually gifted me a sealed Pokemon VHS tape. The old couple that sold me my base set packs, they left me with a lot of cool little goodies. But I love Digimon. Love Digimon. Love Dragon Ball Z. Love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just, and not the strongest markets. So I can't dabble in it too heavily. I do want to say, I do want a Dark Duel Stories, DDS, Dark Duel Stories, Blue Eyes White Dragon. It has a prismatic hollow. That is a card that I have to have in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World. Dark Magician Girl is cool, but it's more waifu than I really like. But the DDS 001, Blue Eyes White Dragon, that is a card that I need to get my hands on. That and a first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon from Starter Deck Kaiba. Those are cards that I really want to get my hands on. Kind of like the Charizard card. I mean, it's just like, who doesn't know a Blue Eyes White Dragon? Okay, Austin Reed, I love the newest Netflix Pokemon season. It's fire. I have to watch this stuff. I have to actually watch Netflix one of these days. Also for DBZ, I think the Power Absorbed Collector's Booster Box is going to be a great product to invest in. Have to check in on that. Time to musk up. Fortress, it's a local store by me. It's wrapped, has 3 left. Damn lucky, I'd buy all 3 if it was me. They're selling consistently 170, 180 eBay at the moment. Could easily resell them, maybe make 20 on those booster boxes, especially after fees and shipping. You got to take that stuff into account. Oh man. Okay. Oscar, what's good, Oscar? Pokey Pete, yo, Pokey Pete, how we doing? Do you think people would show up for a Pokemon trade night on a Monday to Thursday night, or do you think most of the people in the hobby would only ever want to be out on the weekends? I honestly think the week or the weekends, and that's what I'm trying to do with my bar. I want Starlight on 22nd to be a spot that people just come and hang out, and it's known where Pokemon collectors go, talk, trade, set up their computer, list stuff. I don't care. I just want the bar to eventually have a Pokemon twist to it that's known in public, that's known in the community, that's just known in the neighborhood. Like, yeah, that's the Poke bartender. Like, that's what I actually want. So, in time, great question. Fortress with the shrink wrap on, of course. Okay, people are just having a conversation. 86 Guitar, hello, how we doing? Ghetto Gamer, ever looking into Flesh and Blood? I have not. I Honk, thanks for the transparency, you got it. Bar tapped, 78 boxes, wild, that's under distributor cost, absolutely, but the only thing it takes is someone selling at a loss. That's all it takes, and people will sell at a loss if they need the money. So we can't forget on that. It's legit gambling, 100%. Yes. You ever see the new 151 wave of products out on shelves already near you? Out here near me. Taylor Mosley, appreciate you. I think I'm going to go hunting tomorrow because I need to get some product. Legal gambling for kids. Pokemon has found a way to bypass the gambling laws. Now I'm mad. I passed up on a booster box of Silver Tempest for 110. It happens. It's not gambling because the cards have a function. It's a productive game, not a dice table. He is true on that. There is a function to this, especially with how crazy the championships have gotten, how much money is involved. These trophy cards. I mean, it's insane. There's a lot of reward that goes into getting good at this competitively, and that's something that I would like to get into. Starting online, but then eventually going to the shops and getting a feel for like doing tournaments and maybe winning a couple. That would be a really cool experience for me to have. It's very satisfying when you pull a big card. Stop trying to catch up. Fortress, I'm always trying to catch up. Fortress still remember as a kid opening up base set. Man, I'm jealous. Into Carlos, what is good? To achieve, you must believe. Started with a box, now we hear. That'd be pretty cool. Replace the open with sealed. Alexandria Larson. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, Ryan. New to the channel and love your investment advice. I'm back into Pokemon after collecting as a 90s kid, and it's a little overwhelming how much has changed. You're telling me. It's ridiculous. This hobby is ridiculous, and it's really, really tough to keep up with it. And just burnout is inevitable if you try and go after everything. Just go after sealed booster boxes, buy singles that you like. You can't go wrong with sealed. You can't go wrong buying it for MSRP, or even waiting a month or two after a set releases, dirt cheap, or even when the next rotation comes in, get it for dirt cheap then. But it's, I'd be lying if I told you that it's a cakewalk investing and collecting Pokemon. You're gonna lose some and you're gonna win some. And I think a lot of people can relate with that. Gengar Master, sup gang? What up? What's up, Gengar? Welcoming Alexandria. Yes, absolutely. Love getting new people in here. Franco, any thoughts on buying raw to grade and sell versus flipping already graded cards, trying to build a bankroll for PC cards I want? Honestly, I would just sell raw cards. I think there's money in selling raw cards. Yes, you can flip graded cards, but it's a much longer turnaround unless you're really well known and connected in the community, and you can just source raw stuff to grade and just flip stuff that way. And if you already have a network of people that buy from you, that's huge. I don't have that. I focus more on the content than making connections and sales locally. I have a couple friends that will buy from me, and that's about it. And they're pretty up to date on the hobby, so like even then, there's no real money to be made. I'm just glad I'm focusing on content, honestly. Which would you rather invest in, sealed product or PSA 10 slabs? Ooh, that's tough. That's a great question, actually. That's a great question. That is a fantastic question. But I'm going to pick sealed product any day of the week because a PSA 10 slab, singles, more of those singles can be cracked. The populations can change. Sealed product has always been king. I'm going to go with that, even though I love the alt arts that we have gotten the last couple of years. So that's an awesome question. I really love that you asked that question. Oh man, I'm trying to catch up. Y'all are making it tough. I'm trying to catch up. Okay. Grade your own tens, Franco. Yeah. Make sure to increase your homeowners. I did once. It passed 50K in collectibles. That is a really good thing. I don't even want to talk about it because I know that I have to insure my collection at some point. I just don't really want to talk about it because the whole point is that I can diversify and put my money into something else and not be like wrapped up in like all the extra costs, right? Like I like sports cars too, but those cost me taxes, maintenance, insurance, inspection, all this crap, all this extra crap. Owning a home, mortgage, your bills, utilities, something breaking, all this extra crap. Cards just sit here and look perfect all the time. That's why I love cards. You add insurance to that, you're playing a risky game. We've got a fresh pit bull here. You know, I'm always protected. I'm not too worried about it. It's just like, but in case of a fire or a major flood, it's a good point. It's something that I'm gonna have to seriously think about. Something I'm seriously gonna have to think about. It's a great point. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh man, trying to catch up, guys. Grade your own tens, Franco. Austin, my top Yu-Gi-Oh! PSA X Blue Eyes White Dragon, first edition LOB, submitted from my childhood, and all my secret rare God cards in PSA 10 in sequential order. That is sick, and I'm jelly. I do have the Obelisk the Tormentor. I do have that card. That was pretty cool. I had that from my childhood. Opening any EPCs, not until the 6th. Into Carlos. Bro! Ani, what else you like to collect besides Pokemon? Sneakers, cars. At one point, it was jewelry. That was like something that I was adamant about because I liked that gold held its own value, and that I could actually like enjoy wearing stuff. Like even these earrings, that's 18K. Like jewelry is kind of cool to me because you can get your money back on it at any point in time based on the weight of the gold. And I think that I'm one of the few people collecting Pokemon that actually wears a lot of jewelry, and I actually dull it down for the channel because I don't want to look like a total d-bag. Vibra Finance. What's the name of your bar and what neighborhood is it in? I will gladly stop in when we're down in when we're in town in 2 weeks. Dude, that would be sick. Come in, check it out, say hi to me anytime. I'm super friendly in person. I'm no different than I am on camera. Unless people didn't tip me well the whole night, then I might be in a bad mood. But it's a Starlight on 22nd here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are on East 22nd Street. And if you're in the Discord, feel free to message me if you're in town. We actually had a couple people from the Discord come to the bar after Collecticon. That was a cool experience. I did notice we got some new people in here, and I see you. Crystal Collects, yo, what's good? I see you. I know that's a new face in here. I'm trying to get to everything, so just bear with me. Okay, Ani, I got that Silver Tempest back when it was 90, dude. The days. Peter Schenk, what could an Aquapolis Master Set be worth? Do you know that? All the reverses and crystals included. So I almost have a complete Aquapolis Master Set. I do not have the reverses. I'm not gonna lie. I'm missing a lot of the reverses, but and I'm missing a couple of the hollows. But it's hard to put a price on something like that. Like it's really hard. And I almost bought one. While I was halfway through with mine, I almost bought one because it was such a daunting task. Completing these 3 sets, completing Expedition, Aquapolis, and Skyridge. That it's tough. It's so tough, and it's expensive, and that's one of the things that put me into debt was trying to complete those sets. I'm still missing a lot of the Skyridge hollows. Robo, love the Pokemon community. Haven't really met any rude or disrespectful people in this community. Look hard enough. Look hard enough and you will find them. I love being a nerd, dork, now is becoming normalized. This is true, and this is what was a big factor for me getting back into Pokemon, was like, I would definitely hide my collectibles from like any girl I dated in the past. Now with Diana, you know, we had a kid, so it was a little bit different. It was like, okay, I'm secure in this person, we have a child, we're building a family together. I think I can unleash my inner dork. And that's when like the floodgates let loose. And that's like really how I started collecting hardcore, was I just felt comfortable with the person that I was with, and it felt like I could be comfortable with myself. And she hasn't been the happiest about it, I'm not gonna lie, but she's been extremely supportive about it at the same time. And I'm lucky that she's dealt with like all my crap and like all the stuff that I've bought, and just it's just been a lot. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, Crystal Collects, what up, what up? Great to have you here. Craig Farber, interesting seeing 151 completely sold out all over the place. I hope the supply stays tight. I do and I don't. You know, I want them to give me enough that I can open sealed product over slabs. Robocop, should I wait to buy 151 singles or wait? Wait. Always wait, no matter how strong the set is. Mine was in a Venusaur pack. Reborn, just DCA, buy a card when your budget, every paycheck, and until it'll even out. Peter Schenk, where do you see the Pokemon vintage market in 10 years? Could be completely dead. Most of the Pokemon vintage market could be dead just because kids are not going to remember it. It'll be up to us, our generation of 90s babies, to kind of hold that line, right? Like, it's a very scary topic, right? Because the idea that, like, your generation, your OG generation could die out, it's like, no way. Impossible. But already we're seeing people that are saying like 151, like nobody cares. All right, that's like boomer generation of Pokemon. But like that's my favorite set. So you know, I feel very strongly that vintage will always be king. But there's a lot of people that just disagree with that, and I know that modern has a lot of growth. I just like I'll take a WotC basic hollow that was printed to the ground. Like I'll take that any day over an Altart. I just will. Just layout of the old Pokemon cards. I like that a lot more than I like modern. It's always going to be that way for me. I can't change it. I can't help it. It's just how it is. I appreciate alt arts, but for me, it's vintage all day. So I would hope in 10 years the vintage market is still really strong. I would imagine in 10 years a base set booster box is probably going to be like 30 grand, honestly. The more and more of those get opened up. And that's like that's the first box that I really want to knock out, is getting a base set limited sealed box for around like 13 grand. That would be like, that'd be huge. Not gonna happen for a while, but it'd be huge. Did you buy PSA 10 Gold Star Umbreon? Oh God, no. That's the Umbreon and Espeon Gold Stars are my least favorite Gold Stars because they are non-hollows. And also, I shouldn't be telling you that I didn't buy those because it's supposed to be a mystery. I'm not letting anybody know what I picked up tonight until tomorrow. So you're gonna have to be patient. We're gonna get there. Dang it, you got that out of me. You know, I gotta. You guys have to just imagine. What sets have you completed that you can show us? I mean, I could show you. It would be a long night, but I've got all of the 1999 to 2009. I've got a lot of the hollows finished, and I'm missing bulk for some of the 2009, 2008 sets. But most of the stuff from 1999 to 2007 is like almost complete. So it's a lot of stuff. That would be a fun video, and I can definitely do a video where I go over all my binders. I've done it in the past. I've made a lot of progress since then, and I still have a long way to go, but that'd be a cool video as well. It's just hard to get out all those binders. Like, my binders are stacked. It's just nice to have those, because I know no matter what singles I sell, I still have my binder collection, which is like, it's security. It's like, I have all the sets in there. All the sets that I care about most. And ultimately, I want to complete every single set in Pokemon ever. It's going to be tough. And I doubt I'm going to be able to master set stuff. Interesting. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Where do we see that? Did you buy, what sets? Okay. Okay, just snagged Fusion Strike Master Set, near complete for 200, missing the Espeon VMAX and a few others. Dude, I just don't know if that's a score. Like, I don't know, like, what's a really good deal for Modern these days, because that, like, Sword and Shield just was so fresh, it was so recent that I'm not sure how to price that stuff. I would say if you could, for $300 or $400, get a Fusion Strike set complete, you're killing it. Honestly, killing it. People have gotten some crazy deals in here. Some people have gotten some really good deals on master sets. 151 UPC will drop to 90. We'll see. Timothy, they said the same stuff in the early 2000s when people were selling WotC collections for $100. Keep up the good work. Peace out. Clayton, what's good, Clayton? What's a good way to handle big losses in the market? Because I'm still pissed about buying Moonryon for such a high price. Moonryon you will do fine on. That's going to be such an awesome card to hold on to. And it's a 10. You'll be fine. What to do about your losses? You could always buy another Moonbryon and a 10 for a low price when the market bottoms out, and you'll average down on your cost. It's a little bit crazy to do that, but once you average down low enough, then you can sell your duplicates as the market moves up, and you'll kind of recoup that way. Not the best way, but you could also sell other stuff to recoup your losses. I need the UPC to go to 80 so I can buy it and open it with confidence. Clayton, sorry we didn't get to link up at the Collecticon. My grandma died like 2 days. Dude, sorry to hear that, man. Hope you had a good time. Was you able to find that gold star you were looking for? Yes. I did acquire my all-time grail. It pretty much embodies my personality, especially with this black graded guard. The Gold Star Shining Rayquaza. Rayquaza and Groudon are in my intro videos, so I needed this card. And it's fantastic, and it has really strong subgrades, and it has a power orb in his mouth, but you can't really see it. If you guys can see that. It's really hard to show these cards when they're in the sleeve in the Beckett case, but it was such a nice card, and I don't mind that it's Beckett. People have a preference over slabs, but for me, it was the best deal that I could get there. And there just weren't any Rayquaza cards at Collecticon, so this was the only Rayquaza card I could find, really. Super hard card to find. Dope. I think there's maybe 3 of them on eBay, and they're really expensive. Although I would have much more liked a PSA 9. But dude, sorry about your grandmother, and I know how that is. We had one of our dogs get hit by a car, a couple days before that convention, so just having a loss before something that's supposed to be really fun, it's just terrible timing. I'm really sorry to hear that, man. Prayers out to you. Peter Schenk, do you like the vending series? I do like the vending series. I think those are really cool. Open up some more 151 ETBs. Let's get that Venusaur. I will try it. If I can get to these let me just get to this chat. Sports cards you got? I am not. Oh, sports cars. Rotorhead got the RX-8. I would love an RX-7. I have a E46 325i. That's like my grocery getter. And it's slammed to the ground. I've got an E46 M3 that is amazing. Love that card. E92, love that car. E92 M3, that's what I'm driving right now. And then a C63 AMG. So, and I should sell them. I should sell them, honestly, and I should just put that money in a 4% account, but I can't. I can't let go of them. RX-8, tell me you LS or K swapped it. And he said, don't need to swap it if you know how to maintain them. What's your thoughts on the first ed Neo Lugia? I think it's a beautiful card, but if you're going to go for a first edition Neo Lugia, buy the Aquapolis Lugia first. If you can afford that card, you can afford an Aquapolis Lugia. Damn Doritos. Talking about the rotors. How much money? I remember you were willing to spend $7,000. What did you pay, if you don't mind speaking on it? If not, I understand. No, totally fine. I traded $8,500 worth of value, and it was for me because I did pay slightly less than the value I got on some of the cards, and he gave me market value for my cards. I traded my first edition Charizard in a 5, which, as you can see, I still have another first edition Charizard behind here. That was a duplicate that I had. I wanted a thick stamp and a thin stamp. I don't know why. Like, I bought 2 first edition Charizards in 5s. Like, the idiotic decisions I made early on. Anyways, I traded that, Shadowless Charizard, a base set Charizard, and I think a base set 2 Charizard. So 4 Charizard cards and $1,000, I think, for the Rayquaza. And I wouldn't change it. Like, all those cards were beat. Oh, and I traded a first edition Blastoise and first edition Venusaur, both of which had creases and were 5 and a 6. So it was a bunch of like so stuff for like a Grail card that has such good subgrades. Catch up. I laugh my ass off. It's a smelly Dorito too. Burns 2-stroke. Clayton, appreciate the kind words, brother. Absolutely. Jodo Jake, yo, what up? Cam, Crown Zenith ETBs for 50. Paldea Evolved boosters for 100. Dude, honestly, just any of these sets are fine to just sit on, but like none of them are gonna go up really fast in terms of like Scarlet Violet fresh sets. Oh, nice. RX-7, way out of my budget. Good pick. RX-7 is like just not, you can't find it. It's like a Gold Star Gyarados. It like doesn't exist. There's 5 sales in the last year for a Gold Star Gyarados. 5. That's the RX-7. They just don't exist anymore. And if they do, they're so far from stock. But yeah, I love sports cars. Would love to make more of a car channel, but I've done a couple of videos talking about my cars. We're gonna do a video talking about the E92 soon. I have a manual Challenger. I love Challengers. I know they're a little bit slower than most people give them credit for, but Challengers are sick and they just look badass. Bad time to sell, in my opinion. I'm having to refresh this like 2 times a minute. I'm sorry. Can't be my internet. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, this stream is not loading well. Also having to refresh often. Father-in-law promised an FC to my wife and pulled the offer at 16. Oof. And keeps cutting out too. Whew. Do you think the Japanese Crystal Lugia in first edition in a PSA 8 would be a good deal? It would be around $1,300. It depends. If you're gonna go Japanese, are you gonna go all Japanese? Like, you know, it's difficult to collect one Japanese card and not go down that rabbit hole. That's why I haven't done it. It's Hendrix. You ever willing to sell any of your Charizard? Any of your Charizards? Well, I sold most of them at Collecticon, so I only have a couple left. But yeah, I'm actually trying to sell my Skyridge Crystal. It's on eBay right now. I'm trying to sell that one so I can upgrade to a 9. Clayton, that's not bad at all. More value than you wanted to spend, but since it was in trades, especially at market value, it was a killer trade, but it came out on top for sure. Like, I'm sure I lost a little value there, but it was trade. Again, it was no cash. It's all trade. So you value the Crystal Zard PSA 9 at 10K. No. I think the Crystal Zard and a PSA 9 is a $6,500 card. But I'm willing to do $1,500 and trade my 8 to get that. And I already have, there's a guy who's in here. He might not be in here anymore, Pokey Pete. He is here, Charlotte local. He is going to keep his eye out and see if he can find me a PSA 9. Hopefully I can trade up. That would be really sick. Because that's like really, that's a priority for me, is getting that Skyridge Charizard and a 9. And eventually even a 10 would be ideal. I just really like the Skyridge Charizard. That's like becoming one of my favorite cards. What is the grade for the Lugia behind you? That is a 9. And it's beautiful. It's such a clean 9, such a strong 9. Far cards, RX-7, what, FC or FD? I love how, like, everybody in here suddenly is talking cars. We're all like, yo, RX-7, what's good? Did you play Need for Speed as a kid? Let's go. The dude keeps getting better. The fact that you like stock over mods tells me a lot. So, okay. So, You might be talking about somebody else, but I like the stock look of my cars. Like, I actually pulled off a spoiler off of my E46 M3 because I was like, yo, this spoiler just looks weird. Like, just put the stock lid on this car. It's supposed to look boxy. I'm all about modifying the suspension, wheels, or engine. But the body of the car, that's something that I want to look stock because most owners will buy a car that looks stock, regardless of what's going on with it. Whew. Speaking on cars, I'm in serious talks with a guy about getting a Grand Wagoneer. I'm stoked about it. Congrats, bro. Thoughts on investing in a mole rat faces? The smell is delightful. What in God is that? Scooped one out while the lady was out buying a new van. More HP than WRX and still all-wheel drive. Yeah, we got Poke Pete still in here. Yo, what's good? What's good? That's not a bad deal at all. I'm seeing 9s on eBay for around that value. But nobody will accept 6,500 on eBay. Unless it's like a Beckett. And like I'm going for a PSA. Always keep you in the background while I work. Like I'm keeping up with you. It's Hendrix. Was literally just watching your video about the state of Pokemon TCG right now. I'm watching you live. Started collecting again and just wanted to know the pros and cons, what not to do. There's a lot of them, much of which you're going to have to learn from your own experience. But as long as you're willing to put the time in and stay with the hobby, you'll learn everything on your own. You really will. There's nothing that I can tell you here that you can't figure out yourself. And it's like that with everybody. The main point of people watching my channel is either just entertainment, because I might divulge some information that's helpful, but for the most part, you guys can figure out everything that you need on your own. You really can. If you just watch the market, look at products. I mean, there's a lot. There really is a lot. You know, I can totally relate with coming back into this hobby and being overwhelmed. I can 100% relate to that. Like, just go on Pokemon.com and look at all the sets that have released, and your mind just like it's like, how have all these sets come out while I've been out of the hobby? Like, been out of the hobby 13, 14, 15, 16 years, and like feel like I missed everything. But my opinion, a lot of the good stuff was early on. It's just my opinion, but I think a lot of the good stuff was early on. I'm with you, man. Stock battery plus reliability mods. And maintenance. With cars, maintenance is huge. Like, just maintain your car. Don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about boosting it. Just maintain your car. Make sure things are changed that need to be. Make sure it gets an oil change on time. Make sure that it has, you know, new bushings, new rubber. My buddy may be interested in that Crystal Zard you mentioned you have listed. How much you wanting for it? Or could I DM you on IG if you want to speak about it later? I am wanting 6 for that card. That's what I have it listed for. I mean, I guess like 5.5. Honestly, the last sold listing for an 8 was 5.4. I am almost caught up, so it might be time to open something. I'm with you, man. Stock, yeah. I love the Pro Street, but played earlier Underground and 2 as well. You caught up. Time to open some 151. Far cards, big wing gang though. I keep seeing new collectors come in with 151. Pretty sure 151 is going to make it. Alexandria. Well, I was going to start grading with Beckett just because I like the black and silver more, but maybe I should reconsider. I will say the black and silver, if you're going to grade with Beckett and you're going to be real particular about what cards you send off, it's very important you don't overspend on grading. I am a huge fan of the Beckett. I am a huge fan of that label. I'm a huge fan of the slabs. I think they feel great. That was my first card I ever submitted, was a Shadowless Charizard, which was a part of the trade for this Beckett Rayquaza, but I really, really like those labels, and very hard not to pick those up. Honestly, if you can find a card that's competitive value-wise, but it's just way cheaper on the market, but it has a Beckett label, go for it. I think it's a no-brainer. I slipped out on a Gold Star Gyarados a couple days ago. I honestly feeling I should have picked it up, but it is what it is. I might be caught up here, guys. Surf Panda, have you ever watched Naruto? If so, where you at in the show? Nope. I did as a kid. Timothy Ortel pulled Zard on our second ETB. Nice. Tires, tires, tires. Yep. If you can find a good distributor for tires, you're set. Tires are the worst. When you have to replace tires, the worst. A lot cheaper to maintain a car or anything for that matter than fix it when it's broken. Yes. iFOMO. Spill the beans, Orion. Nope. Not telling you what I picked up tonight. Nobody gets to know. Nobody that texts me gets to know. No one gets to know before anyone else. Everyone will know at the drop of the video tomorrow. Does Beckett grade harder than PSA? Okay, here's why I love Beckett. Because Beckett has the subgrades. Subgrades are huge because it tells you another side of the story. So, and this may be one of the only cards I pick up from Beckett. Honestly, just a spur of the moment thing, and it looks really good with the silver matching the card. Like this card in particular looks really good. But okay, let's look at the subgrades here. Okay, you've got your edges, you've got your centering, you've got your surface, you've got your corners, right? It tells you another part of the story, right? I don't know what time tomorrow, okay? I haven't figured that out yet. Probably in the morning, probably halfway through the day. But you've got the subgrades here, and that's huge. So if you think about it, if you really think about it, every single PSA card, CGC card, they all have subgrades. They're invisible, they're not there, they might not be present. You can pay more at Beckett to have them put subgrades in. I think it helps sell the cards, especially if the subgrades are really strong. But every card has subgrades, right? Every grade has some subgrades, right? That's what tells you the grade. So when you have a 9, it could be really strong centering. It could be really strong edges. It could be really clean surface. But your 9 secretly has an 8.5 for the corners. But you can't see that because all you see is the PSA 9. But one of your corners is dinged, and you're like, how did this get a 9? The corner is terrible on this card. Well, that's what's great about Beckett. So, Fortress, drop the video tonight. I'm eager to know what's picked up. Well, if you're in the Discord, you'll know immediately after the video's dropped. Sometimes I really don't understand gradings for PSA. I have so many 8s looking like 10s and 9s looking like 7s. It can be all over the place. That's what's great about buying at the convention is you can see what you're buying. Even if you're paying a little more, you can see what you're getting into. Alexandria, I got a Lugia Altard V and really want to see that in a Beckett slab. It's going to look gorgeous. It's not a 10, but I'm not planning to sell it. Well then yeah, who cares? And I think that card would look gorgeous in a Beckett slab. PC has plenty of ETB reprints of Sword and Shield currently. Good info, thank you. Off to sleep. You're awesome, bro. Thank you. Wow. I caught up to all of the chat 100 minutes in. Holy crap. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you guys for riding with me. Thank you guys for being a part of this chat. It's awesome to just have a hangout session, just have a discussion and rant about stuff and not feel the pressure to open product. That's one of my favorite things about this channel. It's I've made it really easy for me to keep up with by doing stuff like this. And I am sorry for any of the quality issues. Okay. Alright. For the people who stayed, this food did get cold, but it's still good. For the people who stayed, because I just don't have a lot of 151 right now and don't feel like opening a whole ATB, what pack would you guys like to see? What Sword and Shield pack would you guys like to see? And I'll open a pack. Oh, AI grading is definitely the future. AI grading is 100% the future. I mean, it's inevitable. I don't know how they can avoid that. ETB. Stopped collecting after my second set of Pokemon, but brothers and I were always in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we like to play. I just recently found my old binder from the second set. That's what happened to a lot of people. Evolving Skies, pull the Moonbreon. 151, Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies. You guys want me to open some Evolving Skies? Alright, let's do it. You guys are going to regret this. This set always does me dirty. But I do have a lot of these sleeves, so let's go ahead and go for it. For everybody that stayed on the stream, this is for you guys. Appreciate you. Also, I'm super tired, ready to go to bed. Ooh, look at that artwork though. Yo, are we about to pull this? Also, my phone is about to die too, and I don't have a charger in here. That's neither here nor there, but all right. We got the Evolving Skies out. Come on, guys. I need you to send me your energy. There's an alt art inside this pack. There's an alt art that I need. I still need the Glaceon, the Espeon, and the Sylveon. I still need those three. So, alt art inside this pack. Let's find out. Come on. Come on. Give me the luck. Send it over. Just do a little one of these. And here we go. This never goes well, and it makes me think, like, when I bought all these, the set wasn't nearly as valuable as it is now. Like, basically I'm opening. Oh, guys, we got something in here. We got something in here. Yo, oh, come on, come on. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna open this carefully because we do have a hit. We do have a hit inside this pack. These 3 cards? Oh my god, was it 4? It's 4. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Yo. Yo, if we got a Rayquaza, I mean, literally, if we get anything, guys, you have to remember, I haven't pulled anything out of this set ever. So if we get anything, even if I already own it, it's an awesome pull. Okay. Come on. The old yellow borders. Moon and Sun badge. I don't even know if I have this card. I might not even have this card in that set binder. Toy Catcher. Hippowdon. Hop it. Oh, I need Dragonite. Oh, I would love Dragonite. I would love Dragonite. Hitmonchan. Fletchling. Tentacool. Oh, my favorite. Let's go. Let's go. My favorite. Let's go, dude. I love this Pikachu. That's got to be a good omen, if anything. Yo, thanks, Team Pokemon. Appreciate you. We got Tropius Reverse. All right, this is it, guys. This is it. You guys ready for the hit? This is it. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, let's go. It's at least a full art. Let's go. Yo, I am pretty sure I have this full art, but it's at least a full art. Let's go. Let's go. I'm honestly surprised that I got anything, but like, yo, appreciate you on the growth. Thank you. Thank you. That's all you guys. But I might actually have to look in my binder and see if I have this Glaceon. And at the very least, the centering is on this guy. Nope, centering is not gonna work. Look at how off-centered this thing is. Oh yeah, we got a chunky border up here. We got a chunky border. Huh? All right, we will allow you to sleep now. I need to actually see though. I'm pretty sure I have this Glaceon from Evolving Skies, but it's crazy. Like there could be more stuff in those packs. We had a full art Glaceon just chilling. So that was awesome. That was awesome. Great way to end the night. We had a great discussion. We talked about a bunch of great topics and ended the night with a banger pull from Evolving Skies. Doesn't get much better than that. I wish it was an alt art, but you can't be too picky with Evolving Skies. Man, it makes me want to pull more. Oh, man. It does. It really does. Man, you just get that pack opening itch. All right, guys. I got to go to bed. Diana is amazing for putting up with me doing these lives so late. I love you guys. And stay tuned. Tomorrow we have a pretty big video that's going to drop. should drop it around midday. If you're in the Discord, I will let the entire Discord know that the video is about to drop, because this is a big one coming up. This is a really big one coming up. Like, this might not seem like to other people it would be the biggest video I've ever done, but made some serious moves tonight. So you guys are going to stay tuned on that, and I'll let you know in the Discord. Anyways, thank you guys so much for the love and support, and it's awesome. You know, it's really awesome. Like, this channel is going to be hitting probably 5K really soon, and when it does hit 5K, when we're halfway to 10K, we're going to open one of those base set heavy packs. You bet. We're going to open one of the big boys. We might just pull something major. So get that guy graded for sure. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night, guys. Have a fantastic night. You guys are amazing. You guys are so amazing. Okay. All right. I'm going to bed now. Peace out, everybody. Thank you, guys.